We on?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Project F.O.G once again. Join myself, Vapin Heathen, and Robbie Vapes. Say hello, fellas.
Hello, fellas.
What's going on, guys?
So, tonight, back to the basics, right?
Yeah.
We're not going basics as in like ego twist and likes. What we mean back to the basics tonight is the three of us reunited, because it's been some time since three of us have actually been on together. So we're doing no guests tonight, just us, and doing what we do. So, who wants to start as far as who you are and what you're vaping? Go for it.
I'll go, whatever. Don't matter to me. I am Vapin Heathen, a.k.a. Billy. But my birth name is Vapin Heathen, but my nickname is Billy. Anyway, I got a YouTube channel, as you all may or may not know, and it's doing very good. And I review products for you guys, and it's become a hobby. I'm a fan of the vaping industry. I'm a fan of all you guys, and I just have an all-around good time doing this vaping thing. And thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Robbie Vapes here, and I think I'm gonna have a new nickname here called the Lazy Vapor, with with the amount of videos I've been posting lately. So hopefully things will turn around a little bit, and hopefully I'll get things back on track. If you saw my latest video, I am working on some new things. Going to be doing some new video editing. Going to be doing some new setups as well. So hopefully that works out okay. Got a new computer here, which I'm using right now, which is why the webcam's kind of off to the side right now. But apart from that, yeah, loving vaping. Been doing it for just over a year now. My vape anniversary was August 17th, so that just passed.
Hit the button.
Yeah. Thank you. No, but yeah, my vaping anniversary just passed. Loving it. Apart from that, been loving doing this stuff, and I kind of missed it for the last couple of weeks, but just getting over the cold and feeling a lot better now, but still not 100%, so you can probably tell by my voice. But hopefully things get better, and that's pretty much it. So good to be back, and good to see everybody here, and some new faces, some old faces. Just actually watched Mark's show as well, and that was an awesome show, so kudos to Mark. Great show there. And Hank, I'll let you take it from there.
Did you say what you're vaping on?
I am vaping on the Sigelli 150 temp control with the Twisted Messes RDA again. Love it. I also am vaping on Sir Monkey by Snoogie. It's a new juice I'm actually trying out here. Also got my TFV4, which I'm vaping on. Kind of switching them back and forth with my Sigelli because I didn't come prepared with other devices or other batteries. And then I also have my iJust 2, which this video will be posted tonight. It's actually uploading right now and should be up the next hour or so. And that's pretty much what I'm vaping on right now.
Peace. My name is Hank, and if you don't know me, I've also got a channel. I'm trying to get my lower third to work, but my computer's been really giving me some fits tonight, so I don't know if that's going to come on or not. You can check me out on YouTube. YouTube.com/HankVapes is the easiest way to find me. And I'm vaping my Sig 150T with the Royal Hunter Mini, and drinking some Smacks, Pony on Acid, some good shit, and my TVF4 on the Couture Mini with some of my homemade peaches and cream. That's me.
I need to talk about what I was vaping on. I'm vaping on the Saper RDA with something in there. Just a a dual 22 gauge. I forget what it's like, 1.5 or something like that on the simple. And I'm vaping some Mojo juice number 7. I got the line of this, the review, and really good, pretty pretty sure it's low price. I got to double check, but it's really good. Also, I got the Royal Hunter. I know I'm late to the game with this one, but I just got it, the Emerald Green run, and I built my first fuse Clapton. It's running parallel with a 22, and man, she's a beast. I put up like a video and pictures on Instagram, and I think it came out beautifully. It's like my baby. It took so much time to do, and really enjoying that. And I also got number 2 from Mojo Juice in there. I got a bunch of other things. TFV4 on the Tesla 160, running some Philip Rock Signature Series, the strawberry shit. What's that called? The eyeglass, or iSub glass with the my new Heathen box, Sigelli 150. Pretty good. And I got number 2 or number 3 in there from Mojo E-Juice. Juice line's pretty good. Crown Tank with bird brains on the Ray from Unique Vapor, and Wild Berry and the Cooper Mini, and the what's this thing called?
Oh, the Reborn?
No. What's it called? That's the Decals. Landmark. And then the IPV-D2 with the Reborn tank. Reborn has become one of my favorite tanks. I really like this. What do I have in there? Oh, Telio's the Milk 2, which is fucking delicious. And two more, guys, 2 more. This is what I'm literally like testing out and vaping on. Wisneck Venti with some Snap E-Juice, which is the kiwi strawberry. Pretty good stuff. And one more, I got the new Wisneck Pressa temperature control 40-watt mod with the GS Air from the iStick thing. And that's some Sutro from Frisco Vapor. And then, of course, the last one is the X-Links, and I forget what I have in there.
Nice.
Quite the lineup. Quite the lineup. I'm jealous.
Well, it's all kind of things. It's either a device or a tank that I'm testing, or a juice that I'm kind of testing. So that's why I kind of announced them all. Oh, and I'm also kind of testing these Sigelli batteries. I mean, I don't know how to test them, but
Just see if you blow them up. See what it takes to blow them up. Let's do it right now. Last subject follow. I'll go change the title to Venting Batteries.
Mike Vape said I'm always trying to outdo him.
Sounds about right.
Mike Vapes, I can't outdo him. Look, I had the fucking Turbo V3 coming in. I'm like, yeah, I got this. Nobody has this motherfucker. I turn on a computer and he's got a review for it. I'm like, you motherfucker.
That's awesome. Yeah, so like Hank said, today's show is all about going back to the basics, kind of taking it back to that first show. Just the 3 of us, just kind of messing around a little bit, talking about what we're vaping on, some of the things we have coming up, what we're going to be doing with our channels, and I guess also some of the things we'd like to see in vaping that maybe aren't out right now. So I guess, Hank, if you want to start, why don't you start with talking about your channel a little bit and kind of where you're going with it and what your plans are.
I don't really know, honestly. I don't have any plans as far as anything different. I'm just gonna keep on going. I took about 2 weeks of a break without a review, and that wasn't really intentional. I had a lot of things going on at home, and I just had no time to review anything. Just too busy at work to stay up late and shoot, and too many projects and family outings and stuff with the kids going on the weekends that I couldn't review anything. So right now I'm basically trying to play catch up. One thing that is going to change a little bit is I mean I haven't always done too many juice reviews anyway, but really gonna start going away from that. Not that I don't like juice, it's just they're hard and everybody's taste is so much different, and it's just hard to get your point across. And you know, if you tell somebody that a juice didn't make it, then you kind of like shit, you know. So
Hank, you're breaking up pretty good, dude.
all right, well, someone else go while I try to figure this out.
Yeah. Heathen, you've grown quite a bit since the first episode of Project F.O.G. Why don't you talk about that a little bit and kind of what your plans are for what your channel's going to be about?
Yeah, first I'll let Mike lick my forehead because he said he wants to. I guess because maybe it's greasy. I had guys in I've had a long night in work last night, so I basically slept all day, just woke up before the show. But yeah, okay, my show, my YouTube channel, yeah, it's grown. I mean, it's grown faster and bigger than I've ever imagined, and I appreciate it, the love and support that I do get, and I really do. And I just kind of try to do reviews in the way that I'd like to see them. Do you know what I mean? That's basically what my thing is. Like, if I want to see something, that's what I try to get out to you. And I think maybe that's and I try to be genuine. You know what I mean? I don't want to be fake. I don't want to be not myself. I just try to be as genuine as I can be and just let you know exactly how I feel. And a lot of people talk about, you know, you never hear nobody talking bad about a product. They must be paid. And in all seriousness, we talked about it before, is because for the most part, these products that are coming out are pretty fucking good. You know, everything that comes in tops the last one. So believe me, if something comes out that's shitty, I'll tell you, just like that 571 RDA. I mean, I'll tell you something that's shitty, but I just try to stay genuine. And I just want to say something before it gets any misconstrued than it may have already been. I released a video, my response to Grim Green's mini rant that he had. And first off, I really just wanted to convey this point that it's nothing against Nick or Grim Green. Hell, I'm a big fan of Grim Green. I watch every one of his videos. I've been watching him since I started vaping. Respect the hell out of the guy. He's a pioneer. He's a legend. I just disagree with kind of what he said. And I probably didn't convey the point well enough that there's nothing wrong with waiting 2 months to review something. There's room for that, and he's the one to do it because he can do it. The only reason I said what I said was because I've heard him say that it's ridiculous. This is what he said. It's ridiculous. How can somebody actually review something after a week or after 2 weeks when you don't know the product? And that to me is just like, what? Yes, you do. I mean, like, there's not much to it, right? I mean, it's a couple of buttons, the press it, you fire. When I get something in the mail and I start playing with it, I play with it for a few hours. All my focus goes into it. I pretty much learn it in the first couple hours. Now, I can't tell you the longevity of it, right? I can't tell you that after a week. But that's really not my job. My job isn't to tell you the longevity. My job is to show you what the product's all about and what I think of it as it came to me. You know, now if something happens in a month, I'll update you and say, look, here's what happened in a month. Now it may also have just been this product, not all of them. Sometimes there are a defective product out of a bunch, you know. So, like, that's all I wanted to convey. And as far as releasing products, these companies releasing products, he used the Snow Wolf as an example. One of you saying they already have a Vape 1.5, or you know, and the Snow Wolf's been out for 4.5 months. I mean, I think they did it right. If any, you know what I mean? They waited a little while before they had an updated version. So it's just that Grim just takes his time to review, and he can do that, and that's fine, and he's earned the right to do that. So I didn't want anybody to misconstrue because I wasn't bashing Grim in any way whatsoever. Not you know, I just disagreed with what he said, and I felt the need to kind of pick up for us, the smaller reviewer, from I've heard him and a few other, one or two others say that it's impossible to get to know something in a week or two, when I think that's crap. You can know a product after a week. You can't know the longevity, of course, but you can know the product and how well it works, and you can give an honest review after a week or so. There's nothing wrong with that. That's all my point was. I didn't want people to think that us smaller or growing channels, you know, are just trying to just trying to get out there and get the first product up. Yeah, we are kind of you know, we kind of do want to get the product up fast as well, because we are growing our channels, right? If we don't do that, our channels won't grow. If we waited 2 months to review everything, we will never get a subscriber. You know what I mean? And at one point, Rick Grimm was doing the same thing as he was growing his channel, right? And so that's all I wanted to convey. No disrespect, Nick, if you ever even hear this, and you don't know me, I'm sure you've never even heard of me. But if, you know, there's none whatsoever disrespect or anything pointed that way, it was just my take on what you said. He said. All right.
No, and I mean you make a good point too. But even further to that argument, if you're talking about the longevity of a device, 1 or 2 months with the device still isn't going to give you the answer to that. I mean, some of these devices you're talking several months, if not years, before you actually find out the longevity of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something that you're going to have to just spend a month with, and all of a sudden you know it like the back of your hand. Some of these devices, I know people are finding out new things about devices that have been out for 3-4 months now. And it's one of those things where it's all about experimentation. It's about getting to know the device on not just a personal level, but also on a more of a side level, I guess, if you want to call it that. But I agree. I mean, 2 weeks with a product versus a month, for me personally, it's not going to make much of a difference.
Yeah.
But again, that's just me.
No, I did. Really.
The other thing with longevity, also let me know if I start breaking up again. I changed my microphone, and this one's not as good, but if it's not breaking up, I guess it's better. But the other thing with longevity, too, is that varies from person to person with how you treat your device. Are you using it constantly, or are you constantly switching between multiple devices? Are you leaving it in a car, or are you leaving it outside in the cold? Are you throwing it through mud? Are you getting it wet? Are you dropping it? So all of those factors also play into longevity. So that's not really even a factor for me, honestly. I mean, it's all in how you treat your device, how long it's going to last. And the only thing that may be bad is if you're using a device and you're taking care of it and it burns out in a week, then you know it's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But then again, that's weak. So.
And normally, if there's a problem, like a big problem, it's going to happen within the first few days, right? You know what I mean? If there's like a glitch in it, you're going to find that out very soon. And if you get a glitch over a month, that may be user error. You may have dropped it, you may have gotten juice in it, you may have anything. It's a number of things. So you could have fucked that product up. Now, if you review it with that problem, now you're taking sales away from the company when it was just something you did. You know what I mean? You may have stripped the screw in an RDA. That's the example I used with Mark earlier in my comments. You could have stripped the screw in an RDA, and then you post this video and say, oh, the screws get stripped real easy, blah, blah, blah. When in actuality, you just put a little too tight on there, and now you took away thousands of sales because everybody thinks the screws are stripped in that RDA. You know what I mean? So it's a well-balanced where you don't want somebody to buy a shitty product, right? And you don't want to take away sales from a good product, you know? So
yeah. Well, that's another thing too. Like if a device comes on the market, especially something that's hyped up, let's say the LA 150. I mean, I think we can all agree that it's a really hyped up device. Do you know people are going to go out and buy it, or they're going to at least want to buy it? You know, it's released this week. How many people are really going to wait 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, if that's something that they really want? So you almost have to kind of have at least some people in the review game that are putting stuff out there fairly quickly. Because I know I'm not going to sit back and wait for months to find out I want something.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no point in waiting for a month to do a review on something when everybody else already can buy it before that. No one waits a month to buy a product because we all know that in a month the V2 is coming out. Like, that's pretty much how fast it moves right now, is that if you wait that long to buy it, and if no one reviews it in that 2, 3, 4 weeks that you're trying to make your decision, you're going to end up missing out, or you're going to end up buying it ahead of time like everyone else does and experience issues that maybe someone could have told you that they felt were in the first few days, like Billy said.
Yeah, everybody, and also, like, you hear a lot of people talk about IPV, right? And I stand by what I say about IPV, is that they do shady business practices. And I have a few arguments with a couple of IPV fans, right? Saying all companies do that, and they'll say Kanger does it or Spot. Like, no, they don't. All right, yes. You'll have updates from companies like Hanger. You'll have updates from companies like, Aspire, but not like IPV does, right? IPV has a business model where they hype up a product, they release it, you buy it, it has problems, they release the same version with an S at the end or an X at the end within a week or two, and they do that with every one of their products, every single one of them. That's what they do. It's their business practice, I'm telling you, right? There's a reason why Asmodus will not fucking back their warranty anymore. Like, they have shady. I read this big long article on IPV, and they listed every little thing that they have done in the industry and why other companies just don't, whatever. Now that being said, when they do come out with a product, they make good products. You know what I mean? Like the IPV V2, nice products. But I'll guarantee you, there's going to be a V2 of this within another week or so. I would put $1 million on it. But as far as companies, that was another thing that Grim talked about, like releasing version 2s and all that. Me, personally, I like that, all right? We're in the electronics industry, right? Technology catches up really fast. So you release a product, within a week or two, they found out a way to make it even better. So then, I can understand after a month and a half, releasing a V2 or something like that, because it's just the way the industry works. When you're dealing with electronics, there's always going to be upgrades, And now, if you get something, right? Say you bought this Tesla 160. Now Tesla's kind of shady too when it comes to that stuff. But say you bought the 160, right? And you're enjoying it, it's working for you, and then they come out with the 200, like they did. There's no reason to get pissed, because it doesn't mean you can't still enjoy the 160. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can still enjoy it. So, why get pissed? Let them release the new product. Who cares? You got yours and you're happy with it. And when you're done with it, then you upgrade. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why people get so pissed when a new version comes out, unless it has problems. If it has problems, I understand that. Like IPV does.
Yeah. No, that's a good point too. I mean, you're right. There's definitely, in the electronic industry especially, if you're looking at having products coming out, product life cycles in the electronic industry is not known for being lengthy by any stretch of the imagination. So having those kind of expectations for the vaping industry, which is a subculture of the electronic industry, I agree completely. It is definitely a nice to have when you have new products coming out every single week, it feels like. And at the same time, though, I can understand the opposite end of the spectrum. I just bought this new device. I saved up for it. I got it. I'm so happy about it. I'm relevant again. And then all of a sudden, a week later, everybody else has something else. And you're like, fuck, I just saved up for a month to get this Sigelli 150, and now they're coming out with this Sigelli 200. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that that's an actual example, but I'm just saying that's how you kind of feel if you do have a certain spending limit on these devices, you're never going to be able to keep up, and it's going to be hard to try and stay relevant, whether you're a reviewer or whether you're an everyday vapor. You go into these vape lounges, and all of a sudden you're rocking, a IPv4, and everybody else is rocking the IPv3Li or the IPv whatever it is that's coming out next. Like, and it makes you feel like you have to keep catching up, and for some people it's just not feasible. So I think the best advice to give is just be proud of what you have, and I think the most important thing to remember in this industry is you've quit smoking. So that should be the biggest accomplishment you should be worried about right now.
Yeah, you got to but you have to, when you go to buy a product, you have to have it in your head knowing that, all right, when I buy this product, in a week from now, they may have a better version. So you just have to know that. You know what I mean? Say, look, am I committed? I saved up $100. I want to buy this friggin' thing, right? Now, they may come out with a better version in a week or so, but so do I want to wait or do I want to buy it? So you just got to know that that's the industry that we're in. That it is what it is,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. It is what it is. They're going to keep coming out. They're going to keep upgrading, and we'll keep reviewing them. Well, at least I will. I'll keep reviewing them. Like Grim said, he's not doing it no more. He's just going to wait. Like, Not me. I'll review it. You know, I'm just gonna. We're kind of like QVC without selling. We're showing you what the product is. Like, here's what they sent me, guys. Here's another option. All right. You know,
Yeah.
that's all. That's what our job is, and then give you our opinion on it. You know, that's.
Yeah.
You know, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I think Matt was asking how we like the Skelly 150 temp control. I love it. I've had mine for about 3 weeks now, and honestly, it's my favorite device. I don't know why. There's nothing really special about it, like over the IPv 3Li that I have. They're very similar. In fact, they use the same chip pretty much. And I think if I upgrade my IPv 3Li, it'll actually have the exact same chip in it. But I'll have to check that out before you hold that against me.
Speaking of,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Robbie. I think you were done.
No, I was gonna say, in general, I like the Skelly 150. I can't tell you exactly why, but I like it.
Yeah, I love the Sigelli 150 and the Sigelli 75. I think they do temperature control right. I think it's spot on. The only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't do titanium. And fair warning out there, I've heard and from a few different sources that you're going to stop seeing a lot of sales of these after the red one they just released because they are coming out. They will be coming out with a new version that does titanium. I don't know if this version or a new box, but there's going to be like probably a 200 that does titanium. I don't know, how true that is, but that doesn't mean this is obsolete. This is a fucking nice box. I highly suggest it. It's my approval. I love this thing.
Do you know
the feel of it?
Do you know if this device is completely upgradable, or were they just not planning on having upgrades for it?
What, the new one?
For this one.
Oh, you can't upgrade it because it don't have a USB port.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Which sucks. That's one thing about this thing. It does have its con. You can't upgrade it. It doesn't do titanium, and it only fires down to 0.10.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know why. I mean, and Sigelli kind of takes their time. You know what I mean? Remember, all of us were waiting for this for a while, and the Sigelli 75, they kind of take their time. So they had the time to throw a USB port on there or do titanium. But what I think what happened when they started developing it, titanium wasn't really popular. You know what I mean? So they just went with that. But it is what it is. But it's a nice box. Highly recommend it.
I do want to say, I want to let people know that I have heard that the red one, awful as far as getting dirty, so you want to keep that in mind. Coating, it feels amazing, and I said that in my review. I love the way this box feels between the shapes and the cutouts and everything. It fits in your hand absolutely perfect, and the coating is soft and almost rubbery. It's just amazing. But the red one, apparently, and I don't know because I don't have one.
Yeah.
Mike has one.
Yeah, apparently the red one, it takes dirt into it and you can't get it out. So we don't have that issue with the black one because you can't see it. If you get juice in the red one or you have a dirty finger or something and you rub into the coating, it's not going to come out. I had it on the spot last night telling me that. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about picking up the red one.
Actually, a quick note on the Skelly 150. I know I don't want to spend the whole show on this one device, but one thing that I will say, I actually dropped a bottle of pop on it, and it went everywhere. Cleaned it off right away, and it still worked because that's a fucking Sigelli for you. I love Sigellis for that reason. They are fucking indestructible. They're the Nokias of the vaping industry.
Yeah, that's why I put my sticker on it, because this is one of the, like, I don't mind having my name on this thing. You know what I mean? I really like this thing, and it's very enjoyable. I love the way it feels, that grippy feel. And speaking of the IPv-D2, it comes with a silicone sleeve that makes it feel like that material. So I just leave that sleeve on there. That's probably the only sleeve I've ever had that I constantly leave on a device, on the IPv-D2.
The only sleeve that I like is the one for the Core Mini.
Yeah, I like it too. I don't like the color though.
No, I don't like the color, but
when you buy the Cooper Mini, you will get a sleeve with it, and you will get a random color. It's going to be orange, blue, and something else. You'll get a random color. You can't pick the color you get.
yeah. So basically, this whole long conversation came from Billy about his channel. And so, Robbie, you want to, I know you just had a video up today, but
Yeah, sorry for I missed it. I was reading the comments there about me being Canadian saying pop instead of soda, which is funny because I fucking said that. I just did a review on the on this line right here, guys. This is the porn star line, and it's got a cherry cola, and I actually called it pop, soda, soda pop, cola, and like 40 other things to try and cover my bases because I know people have different thoughts on it, and I let up one slip tonight, and I never hear the end of it. So, sorry. Anyways, what were you talking about?
Your channel.
Oh, like what's going on in the future kind of thing?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, so a few things going on. Like I said before, I'm going to be doing some more editing in a more professional environment. I'm kind of tired of using iMovie. It's not as good as what I would like it to be, so I'm moving up a little bit. I have a copy of Sony Vegas Pro, so I will most likely be using that once I get the hang of it. Obviously, it's a lot more complex than iMovie, so there's a lot more to learn. And I guess with that being said, probably the best way to do that is to learn from others. So I actually have someone else who's already been using it. He's actually giving me the one who's getting me the copy for a really good deal. So I'll be learning from him a little bit more, and that's why it's going to be about 2 weeks out before I actually start using the new software. But that's kind of the plan for editing. I'm also probably going to end up getting another lighting setup going, so it's not quite as shadowy and I don't know. But I'll have another lighting set up probably in the next couple weeks too. And then I'm going to be working on camera work as well. I'm kind of tired of using the little tripod I use for my up close portions, so I think I'm going to try and invest in I think it's called a jib, which is like the moving slides and things like that for a camera. I'm going to try and invest in one of those, and that's how my up close portions of my videos will be done going forward. So it should add some production quality to my videos, make it a little bit more professional than what I'm doing now, but hopefully going forward the videos are a lot better quality, a lot better.
Robbie, you got it. I'm telling you. Try. Look. This is my light here. See?
Yeah.
That's a clamp light from fucking Home Depot with some wax paper, and I have two of them that point at my walls. And I mean, you can see the quality. I mean, just look at my camera quality. I don't have the best camera. This is my phone I use. But if you look at my old videos, I use the same exact camera, but without that lighting, it's so much better. It cost me $25 for these two lights, and then I use a little desk light that shines right here. You know what I mean? Like, and I use natural daylight bulbs. I mean, I highly suggest them. I don't know. They work great.
This is what I'm using right now. I'm gonna turn my camera around as I let it fall on the ground, but that's my lighting setup right there. You can kind of see that. So I got the one set up, but
you got it pointing right at you, right?
Yeah, it's pointing off. It's a little bit on an angle, but it's not like the problem is if I put it on too much of an angle, it will basically cast more of a shadow, and if I put it on straight ahead, it tends to blind me. So I'm trying to. It's almost like just off to the side. It's straight ahead, but just off.
You need two.
Yeah, you need two.
Like this.
Yeah.
You need two, and then try to point them like I point mine's not on me, like right behind me. They come in behind me. You know what I mean? And that's the way I found best. And I've tried every different configuration and shit, and to me it seems to work best if you don't have anything directly on you, you know, but behind you. It lights up everything around you, gives you that ambient lights, you know. And natural daylight is the best. Yeah. I've tried a few different bulbs, and natural daylight is the best. CFL bulbs.
It also depends on your room too, or where you're doing your videos. Like me, I'm in this corner, so I got this wall right here and this wall behind me. So I have to do it differently, or I get really weird shadows too. I still haven't really figured it out as far as getting it perfect, but I'm close.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
What?
I said, nobody puts baby in the corner. Oh, you're too old to even probably know what that is. Never seen Dirty Dancing with Patrick Swayze?
No.
Mm.
I've heard of it, but
Probably like, who the hell's Patrick Swayze?
no, I've got that one down.
Vapor RDA, guys. I highly recommend that if anybody wants to know about it. Very, very good. Low-priced Addy. And also, if you don't have it yet, get yourself the fucking Velocity Mini, man. It's fucking amazing. It's amazing, and you can change the top cap with the Stro Mini, and they're basically the same type of deck. Switch them around, and they also have a, don't get the Stro Mini, get the Stro Mini V2, right? It's a couple dollars more, but get that. It has adjustable airflow control, and it has bottom airflow if you want to use it.
I just picked up Stro Mini the other day, and I'm so bummed because one of the screws inside of the post was cross-threaded, and I couldn't get it to tighten down.
Yeah, you got to get that out of there or use a replacement.
Well, now all the other ones in there, they won't go in right because it came cross-threaded.
Oh, you're gonna have to retap it then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's the version 1, so I can single coil it.
Yeah.
Dual coil it. I actually in the same hole.
Yeah, you can do that. You just can't put a quad coil in.
No, you can't. But I've been doing these chimney bulbs. It's really nice for that. It's really nice for that.
Yeah. Somebody just said Velocity's overrated. Mutation X4 kills it. What? I've heard so many problems with the Mutation X4.
I mean, if you would rather your mod, if you would rather your mod have more juice than your RDA, then yeah, Mutation X is the way to go.
Yeah, well, we all know how I feel about the Mutation XV4, so I'm not even gonna touch that one.
Yeah. If anybody wants the Mutation V4, I highly suggest the Lycan RDA by Sig Green for $25. It's basically the same features as the Mutation X4, but it comes with better dop caps, and it's just an all-around. You can do single coil, dual coil. It's the same thing, really. It's a really good, nice RDA. Doesn't leak like the Mutation does. Yeah, that's a really nice one. Hey, Robbie, you got the what's it called? This one?
Oh, is that the trigger?
Trigger, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome, right? You know, it's hard to build on, but when you do get it, you're proud and you feel good and it comes out nice. But the fucking drip tip, man, fucking kills it. You can't vape it because it gets so fucking hot and you can't use another drip tip.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one downside to it, is that drip tip. I think they're actually remanufacturing it to have a 510 compatible drip tip, if I'm not mistaken.
They are.
If they do that, it's going to fix a lot of things with that, because the only issue I had was drip tip, and even then, for me, it wasn't that bad. I wasn't vaping it super hot, though. I was doing more flavor bills in there, like low, mid resistance, 0.4, 0.5, hitting it at like 60 watts, so it wasn't too bad. But if you take it too high, it definitely does have that heat problem a little bit.
And it's tough to wick. Like, you kind of got to build the coils on an angle, right?
Yeah.
And it's like really hard to wick, man. But I'll tell you what, you got to take your time with it. But when you get it right, man, that motherfucker is. It's just something you're like, damn, I got this. You know, it's like you feel like you accomplished something.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I talked to Terry. He said that that's something he totally agrees with about the drip tip, and they'll be fixing that. And with all their new products, everything they said is going to be priced really low. So keep an eye out for that, guys. Really nice stuff.
Even some of the things they have on their website right now is so well priced compared to what it was even a couple months ago. They've dropped their prices a lot, and they are super competitive right now. Like, they have some cool stuff coming out, like you said, the caasa. That's going to be a beautiful device. The X Power, and then one that we had talked about, which we can't really share much on the show, but you know what I'm talking about with that's going to be amazing. I cannot wait to see that.
Yeah, my review of the Ray, which I did the Ray and the Mech Ray and the Reborn tank, and it didn't get. I mean, it's got like I don't know, 600-700 views. But normally by this time I'm usually over 1,000 views, and it didn't get a lot. And I'm like, this is something, guy. I mean, this is my go-to. I love this thing, man. This is fucking. I don't know. It doesn't do temp control, and it's only 80 watts, but it's fucking sweet, man. It really is, and the tank is really good. The tank is just. They seem high end. Like when I have it like in a vape shop, I get so many questions about it. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, that must have cost a fortune. When it doesn't cost a fortune. I mean, it's a little higher priced, but it's not a fortune.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. And just a little plug here. My giveaway on the Ray will be launched tomorrow at 8 p.m. That's when I'll be doing it. So you have until 8 p.m. tomorrow to enter on that one. If you're not already entered, go enter for it because it is a great chance to win a beautiful device. And like Billy said, all their products are super high end, and the price is right. Yeah, I'm in love with their products. I'm a big supporter of them, and
Yeah.
Terry's just a wonderful guy too. So
yeah, he's real nice. I've talked to him on the phone.
It's supporting someone who actually has that passion in the hobby. Because a lot of these companies are just pumping out devices, and Terry's not like that. Terry takes time in all of his devices, and that's what I like about Unique Vapor Innovations.
I haven't picked up any of their stuff yet. I want to, though. I need to get a hold of some.
Quick update. I got the Amigo tank from the Riptide from Amigo. I'm trying. It's got these weird. It's got an Atlanta style coil, but it's got like a mesh wicking before the cotton. I can't get a good hit out of it. But I only tried the nickel coil so far, and it's not top fill, but it's black and it looks cool. So I'll be doing a review on that. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I like the drip tip. But it's supposed to be good. They talk it up a lot, but
yeah. Earlier in the comments, someone was asking about the Triton tank, and it's one I didn't feel a need to purchase, but I know you guys both got it, I believe.
I don't have it.
Oh, you guys didn't get it.
I don't have it either.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I skipped it, and I've seen it. I like the top fill aspect of it. It's a pretty cool top fill. It's not as cool as a TFV4 in my mind, but it's up there. But the coils itself were a big turnoff for me. That's why I didn't go with it.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan. I got the coils. I used the coils in different tanks, and the flavor's good on its coils, but to me, it's just the airflow is too much. See, I'm the kind of vapor who likes some restriction to my, to my vape. I like some restriction. Too wide open to me, it's just too airy, and I don't know. I like, even when I have RDAs, I close it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So they're just too wide open to me. It's kind of like the Atlantis V2 coils, almost. Too wide open.
Yeah. Zephyrus, and this is one where we definitely disagreed on, Hank, because I know you loved it, and I hated it. Yeah, I was not a big fan of the Zephyrus. I could not get it over 50 watts, and that's my vaping style. I like to vape high, so for me, that's why it didn't work. If you're in that 40 to 50 watt range, I'm sure it'll work for you, but for me, the Zephyrus just was not. It was not what I expected it to be.
Yeah, I've heard so many mixed things about it. Some people love it, some people hate it, but I've never found one person that's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
You love that tank, you hate it.
No, I think it's okay.
Oh.
Personally, I don't think there's nothing special about it. It's I don't use it. It just sits here, so I'm going to give it away. I literally do not use it, and I got a shit ton of coils. I just don't use it. It's just, I don't know.
I actually haven't used mine in a while either. It's actually my to mail out pile. I have someone I'm sending to, so. But and now it might be a little obsolete maybe. There's been about 100 other Southern tanks that have come out since then. So
I would say get the Goliath V2 instead of the Zephyrus.
Yeah, that's the Goliath V2 great tank. My favorite one right now is the new smoke tank, the TFV4.
Yeah.
I'm putting that.
I gotta give the edge to the smoke as well, over the Crown tank, and it's tough because a lot of people are still on the crown tank. And I like the crown tank, don't get me wrong, I have 2 of them, so that should say something, but at the same time, I still have issues with the crown tank that they're small, but they're really stupid issues in my mind. Like, for example, and it's not much different, but it's a little bit different on the smoke. The airflow control ring on the crown tank is too close to the bottom, so trying to take it off a device is extremely difficult, and it just keeps spinning around and around. I mentioned it in actually my I Just 2 video that's uploading right now, that it's one of the piss-offs I have with the crown is that adjustable airflow ring. The other thing I don't like about it is the top fill. If you tighten it too much, even just a little bit, and next time you go to loosen it, you'll take off the entire top instead of just the top fill portion. So I've had that happen. But they're little things, and the tank itself works great. The coils work great. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But I do have to give the edge to the smoke so far, even though I've only had it for a few days. So we'll see if that changes.
I haven't had any of those problems that you talk about, and I think when it comes to comparing those two, I think it's apples and oranges. They're 2 different tanks. They're 2 different styles. You know, like they're both great. They're both great, and in terms of vapor quality and taste, yeah, I think I just want to go to the TFE4. Only because, I mean, it's just a bigger fucking tank. It's got bigger fucking coils. You know what I mean? So that's inevitable. It's just going to be better. But it's different. This is a cloud blowing. Like, this is just. It should be it shouldn't be called a sub-ohm tank. It should be called something different. Like it's above everything. It's a different style. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like comparing apples and oranges. And also, if anybody don't know, both of these, and I do have some black crowns coming. I'll be giving away. But this comes in black as well, and so does the X Cube comes in black. You can get now as well. Oh, and new coils in the TFE4. You do have titanium coils, nickel coils, and you have different style titanium nickel. Like you're going to have like a single, they call it air something, and then they have the dual, and then they're going to have a sextuple coil. It has 6 coils side by side. And then they got a dual coil, a single air coil. Go on their site. They got a whole bunch of different coils that are coming out. So, I mean, it's so versatile. You're going to have so many options with this thing. It's you know, I don't think it's going to be obsolete for a while with the amount of coils that's being released with it. And I think a lot of sub-ohm tank companies should do that. Just release different types of coils, because that's what makes the tank is the coil, right? Yeah. So you can totally change your tank around by releasing different coils.
Then you've got one tank that'll fit everybody needs to. Fit all the different styles.
And I heard they're coming out with a 6 coil atomizer as well.
That's what I just said.
Oh, did you? I missed that. I heard you talking about the nickel stuff, but I was zoned out because I was reading the comments.
Not yet.
That's a little ridiculous, though. Really?
Oh, it's gonna drink juice like nothing.
I've been using the dual rebuildable section on this. That's been my favorite.
The dual coil one?
Yeah.
I don't like it. I like the single. I'm not a big fan of the dual.
Well, I like more airflow than you do too, so that might be why.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of difference though, right? In the airflow, you think there's a lot of difference? Big difference?
It's more open, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of think, I don't know. I like the single. But the quad coil is the shit. I really like that.
Yeah, the quad is probably my favorite as far as the pre-built coil heads.
Oh, I got the Tobacco Super Tank RTA coming. It's an RTA, it's the Super Tank. I'll be reviewing that soon. The Noxus RTA, anybody hear that? It has like a swivel head with magnets on the top. It's square. Pretty cool. I'm trying to think of any other new shit that's coming.
I got that one on order that I'm holding off on mentioning too much, but the one with the Clapton coils is a factory coil. That's what I'm really excited about. That'll be a really cool tank to review.
Yeah, I contacted them.
Did you?
I'm very interested, but I didn't hear back. So.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a really cool device. That's one I don't mind buying because if it's as good as what it should be, it's gonna be an awesome little tank.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Flattened coils. You know, I don't know.
So I guess with that being said, what's not out that you guys would like to see? Is there any features that tanks still don't have yet that we'd like to have, or anything that mods aren't doing that we want to have? Obviously, there's temp control for Canthal was a big thing a little while ago. Is it still in the back of our minds, or are we over it with the titanium and stainless coming out?
I'm not over it, and I think smoke actually you can do titanium temperature control on the smoke,
Yeah,
and I think they probably will do an update for that soon where it's actually a feature instead of using titanium mode. So I think maybe that's where the industry's going to go. We're going to learn very soon that nickel's just not fucking good. I'm leaning more and more towards that, and titanium, a certain type of titanium is a much safer option than stainless steel in temperature control. As far as products, I don't know. I'm not over temp control. I want to see what's to come. You got two-post RDAs, Cthulhu V2, which I'll be reviewing. That is a two-post RDA. And the RDTA from Steam Crave, I have the two-post coming that you can take the regular post out and put the two-post in there, like a velocity-style post. I think
Yep.
you're going to start seeing more RTAs and more RDAs with the velocity-style. And it's from now on, it's going to be called velocity-style because they're the pioneers of it, and they deserve it, right? They deserve the name. So, yeah, I think you're going to see a lot more of that two-post style RTAs, and I think that's going to be the next big thing. The Cthulhu V2 is going to be a huge hit. It's top fill. It looks sweet as hell. Can't wait to get it. Yeah, so I think that's where and RDAs as well. You're going to see a lot more RDAs. Actually working on building my own RDA, man, and the features that I've always wanted, that's what I'm trying to put into it. I just don't know where to go from here.
Yeah. Hank, anything you want to see going forward that isn't currently out, or it maybe is coming out and you're excited about?
What I want to see is definitive proof on whether or not code is safe. There's so much varying views on it, and I've just gotten to the point where the only time I'm using nickel is if I'm testing a temp control device, and then as soon as I'm done with testing, I go back to Canthal. So I want to know that, and I'd really love to see some true temp control with Canthal, and not just one device like what's out now. I want that to be standard. Same with like stainless steel and that kind of stuff, because I think personally this industry is going to move to, probably stainless steel being number one.
Yeah.
So far. And it seems like it's in that direction. And titanium's it's difficult to get a hold of to get the right stuff. Even stainless steel is hard to get a hold of to get the right stuff. But right now I'm still on Canthal.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I also think that you're going to start seeing different style LED readouts. I think that's got to change. We're all fucking used to this. Seeing fucking blue fucking readout. I think the SMY, the way they went, you were going to see not that exact screen, but kind of that type. And why don't they move to LCD screens? You know what I mean? Like where you can actually have pictures and kind of like a cell phone screen. I think you may see that. Shit like that. Different features on the outside, maybe LEDs have it light up. Different gimmicky features. You might see more of that. Also, I don't know if this is going to catch on with the X-Link with the magnetic connection. I hope it does because it's fucking amazing. I mean, that's so cool, man. Imagine just popping your fucking Addy off and then popping it on another one without a 510 connection, just a magnet.
Yeah, actually, you kind of stole that from me because that's exactly what I was going to talk about. Was that one feature? I'd love to see be so much more widespread because it is just it's such an innovative and yet useful feature. And I talked about earlier about trying to take off a tank and you accidentally take off the glass instead of the bottom part, or you have trouble taking it off because the airflow control ring. And I know you haven't had that issue, but I know I have. I don't know if anyone else has, but maybe it's just me. But I would love to see magnets or an easier way to get devices on and off from the mods. So that's one thing I would love to see more of. Also, like Hank said, Canthal, temp control, true temp control Canthal. I would love to see that as well. I know we've talked about it before in the past. I think off-air, but if they could get that board down to size, it would be an awesome little feature to have.
Did you hear about Indican's disruptor temperature control and how they're doing it? They're doing like what they're trying to get other companies to catch on and make it standard. It's like I'm not 100% positive, but it's kind of like a base that you could stick any tank in with Canthal, and that base makes you able to control temperature. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
There's a certain base that you stick the tank on, like a little tiny base, and then that makes it much easier to read temperature control in Canthal.
That's
I
pretty
mean, and
cool.
actually read the temperature, not estimate it. I think that's what I got. I've only read a couple little things on it. There's not much out there, but it's called the Inikin Disruptor PC. I think it's called. They have pictures of it. But yeah, they're trying to get the other companies to move to that standard. And another thing with 510s, nothing is standard when it comes to 510, right? All the positive posts, some are long, some are short, some don't read, some do. Like, there's no industry standard when it comes. Some you can put on a mech, hybrid mech top, some you can't. Like, if you're going to use it, at least standardize it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Dwayne Budget thing. Inikin has a new non-510 connection for true, accurate temp control. It's an actual temp sensor.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as far as going forward, what I'd like to see, like I said, Canthal temp control would be nice. A better way to get tanks or even RDAs on and off a device. Apart from that, I mean, I think there's not much more you can really do that you really need. I think I agree with Billy. A lot of the things are going to be gimmicky. They're going to be like different lights or LED screens or things like that. And as much as I'd like to see it, it's not necessarily a necessity. It's just a nice to have, and kind of cool to play around with if you get bored or whatever. One thing I do like about the X Cube though is the app. I think a lot more devices should have app control.
Yeah,
With the number of smartphones out there, it's a great idea to have that.
Yeah, there's I don't know. I think just because we can't think of it, I think there's great minds out there who can think of new things that'll surprise the hell out of us. So you never know what's coming down the line. But I'm excited about it. I mean, that's why I'm in this fucking game, man. I love all the new things that come out and see what's coming on, and it's just fun. It's fun to be a collector, a hobbyist. It's it's pricey. It's very pricey. Especially if you're not a fucking YouTube reviewer and you don't get anything sent to you. Yes, it can be a very pricey hobby, but there's worse things to spend money on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
Oh, also, I think I think premium juice line, the price has to go down. I mean, because there are some pretty good premium lines who are, some Charlie Noble, FAQ. They're not as pricey and they use premium fucking ingredients. So, I think we're getting gouged when it comes to the price of premium e-juice. You can lower the price.
Yeah, I agree completely. And I mean, as high as it is down there, it's even higher up here if we can get it, right? I mean, because we have to pay duties and taxes and everything, so you're almost doubling the price in some cases.
And another thing is batteries. I mean, battery technology.
Yeah.
Something's got to change there. New type of battery cells, new technology. You know,
like those eventually.
oh, why not like hydrogen fucking cells and shit? Fucking, you know what I mean? Or I don't know, solar fucking cells, like, you know, all kind of renewable energy. You know, why not?
Yeah.
I could also highly recommend this for anybody asking about the X Cube. Don't want to spend the money. Get the fucking Cooper Mini.
I like the Cooper Mini more than the X-Cube. Other than the battery life, because it's only a single battery. I wish it was 2 batteries, but still the same size.
I don't understand why they don't use 26650s, like single 26650 devices. You don't see many of them. Like, what is the
Yeah,
reason?
True.
It
I was just wondering the same thing, actually.
Probably just because 18650s are so popular and everybody has them.
Yeah, but I don't know. Shit.
Because once mech mods died, people have been using 2650s. And the only reason that people really use the 2650 and mech mod was to get a higher amp rating for lower builds. So
I think the people in chat don't even listen to us and they just chat. Because every time I look down the chat, they're like just talking about something totally different than what we're talking about. We're just like a sideshow. You know what else I would like to see in RDAs, kind of like how the RDTA from Steam Crave does it, where the juice goes down and under, but I'd like to see where it has an actual, maybe like a little reservoir where your cotton dips into, so you don't have to drip so much, you know.
Yeah.
I've
reservoir under the deck. What's that?
I've seen an RDA like that. I can't remember what it's called. Fuck. But it's really cool. I think it's some sort of prototype though.
I've been straining, Hank, to hear you, man. It sucks because I hear most of what you're saying, but not all of it.
I know. I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm not talking anymore. Fuck this.
Here we go. New ATC system uses a new TC technology, which is very easy to use and accurately maintains the set temperature within 5 degrees for as long as you can vape. No burning, no dry hits, no limits. System can use Canthal and other standard oil types and is totally different from current temp control technologies. That was written by Mr. Tally67. Thank you, Fresh.
Project Messenger. Oh, that's good.
Mike said, "There's a show going on." Yeah, it's called Vape Team on Thursday nights.
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, speaking of fucking Vape Team, butt kickers want raw. On titanium. Or temperature control.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck, there was something that I wanted to talk about. I was thinking about it all week, and now that's here, I can't fucking think about it. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe do a giveaway. Let me see what I can give away. Hold on. All right. Who wants it? Stick or clone? All right. I'll be giving this away tonight. Okay. How should I do the giveaway? Let's see the comments. Who wants it? Anybody want this? When it catches up to us. Let's see who's watching.
Yeah.
It's like one people like, yo guys, they're having a giveaway. Castigador, already got one. Me, LOL. Let's see. Everybody. How How can I give it away? How can I give it away? I'm going to throw it up in the air. Whoever catches it is yours. Come on, guys. How can I give it away? What's a good... Okay. What is... Okay. What engine company do I work for? What's the number?
I know that
Next
one.
person, you win.
Can I win? I know that one.
So, go. What engine company?
You know what? Believe it or not, man, I know that one. Like, back before you started doing reviews and you asked me to give you the shout out, I've always remembered your station.
Yeah. I know I've mentioned it.
Yeah, I think I know it too, actually.
I don't know if anybody will know it. So we'll see if anybody does. If not, I'll come up with something else. But
Oh fuck!
look, guys. It's our engine companies don't go above 100, so it's between 1 and 100.
Ooh, they're getting close.
Close. Got a couple close ones there.
Oh,
Oh, really close there.
yeah.
No, 53 is in my neighborhood though. It's right around the corner. That's where I want to be. 420. Six, 666. Come on, guys. There was a couple really close ones, like within one. Now, this is fun.
This is awesome. I like the comments.
Keep guessing, guys. Somebody's got to come up with it. There's only 100 numbers. I have said it. I know I've said it before. So, but I don't expect people to remember that. But so just guess. All right, it's under 50. All right, under 50. Engine 52 is very close to my station, but it's not 52. Ah, somebody got it right there. Vapin Minuteman. Got it. 33, engine 33. Foam 33.
You didn't say so?
Damn, that's the second time he's won on this show. They're still guessing.
That's for the delay.
That was fun.
Yeah.
All right, Minuteman, you got one coming your way. All right, just shoot me your address again. Look, Bo Brescher's just guessed it too, but a little too late, Bo. Congrats, Minuteman. I got a shit ton I'm giving away for my 5,000 subscriber, which is coming up. I got a lot of stuff I'm giving away. I'm curious. I have anybody in the comments. I have like a couple of I have the Gizmo V2 that I can't get to work, so I'm gonna give that away. Like if anybody wants it, I'm throwing that in there, and also the square tank from S-King. It doesn't have a glass to it, so if you can get a glass, I'm giving that away too. So I heard a couple people say, "Give it to me, I'll fix it," So I'm gonna throw that in the giveaway as well. So I don't know how people feel about that, getting a product that I can't get to work. Well, maybe you can.
My freaking chat died, and it won't be fresh. My internet can suck.
I'm giving away the Zephyrs will be in there. The what's that other? The Limo 2, the Gizmo V2, the S-King Square Tank, the can't see. Oh, the HB Mini, the HB Mini 30 watt device, the original Kanger K-Box. The EH Pro, this RDA, the E-Tank or the E-Drip, and then the E-Tank will be in there. bunch of things. Plus, I got a whole bunch of juice lines coming that are going to go into with it that companies have added to, and vape sources added to it. I don't know what they're sending. They're going to hook me up, they said. So I got a bunch of stuff coming, guys, for the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm not going to do the video until I just write about 5. I'm at like 46 something right now. So when I get there, I'll do the video, then we'll have the giveaway. Because I'm trying to get as much products as I can in there. Because I was going to do the video now, and then, you know, pull it when I hit 5,000. Wait.
Yeah, Happy was just asking how our sponsor smoker video was going, or how our sponsor smoker program was going. I think I'm the only person who hasn't picked one yet, so I could be wrong, but I believe Hank's already picked one, and I think you've already picked one, Billy. A sponsor?
Yeah, I do have 2. I have one that's home that I know that I kind of grew up with, but we kind of lost touch and we recently connected. So him, and then I got it narrowed down to 2, but I'm leaning more towards one guy, and I've been talking to him, and I told him that, you know, it's almost 100% that I'm picking him, and really nice guy, an older gentleman, him and his wife, basically. Seems like a really nice guy. He's one of the few who sent me a video, you know what I mean, that I asked for. So, yeah, I'll be picking probably him.
Yeah, I got it narrowed down to 2, so I know it's going to be one of the 2. I actually had it narrowed down to 3, but I think Hank actually picked one of the top 3 I had, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that right?
I'm now down to 2. And
Rob,
that person's actually in the chat right now.
I sent somebody your way. Did he ever contact you?
Yeah, he's in the final 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vapin Happy, the one that asked the question, is actually the one I'm sponsoring.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart.
Absolutely. That's why she made my cut too, and then found out that you had stuff there. I actually sent her a message too. I told her that, and she said, "Oh, Hank already got me." So.
Oh yeah,
you got a good one, Hank. You got a good one.
That's right. Yeah, she is really nice.
So if anybody's trying to ask me anything in chat right now, I just turned it off because it was acting up as well. So.
Yeah, now we hear you perfectly.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's chat.
So just turn chat on your phone.
Yeah, I can't type on it though.
No, but so what? You can answer in video, you know? Yeah, it's crazy. Now, as soon as you turn chat off, fucking everything's coming through.
Why? Like, what? I don't fucking get it.
You are crystal clear right now. Like the clearest you've been all show.
Okay.
Oh, here's what I got coming too, guys.
I'm going to start from the beginning. My name's Hank, and I have a channel on YouTube.
I got a big box of wicks, right? I got organic jab cotton, regular organic cotton. I got native wicks. I got some kind of special wick here. I don't know what it is. I got the As Good as Gold. Sell You Cotton Rayon. Cotton bacon V2. I got Drago Egyptian cotton. I got this Ready X wick, Texas Tough, and the only one I got coming is what's it called? What's that cotton? Oh man, it comes in a little cup. Vapor's Choice cotton, Vapor's Choice, and Fiber Freaks. They're the 2 I got cotton. Then I'm gonna do like a wick comparison. So,
that's awesome. I would love to see that too, because no one actually does the wicking. Everybody's all, you know, I do the same thing. I focus more on the mod or the tanks or the RDAs, but the wicking's actually one of the most important parts to it, and it's always overlooked.
Yeah.
I've thought about doing like a wicking video where I had all kinds of different types of wicking, but then I just kind of didn't.
Stuff. I can tell you that this Texas Tough stuff, it's like raw cotton. It's probably the easiest thing to work with. Like you can get a piece this fat and then just twist it up and it comes real small. You can fit it right in, it'll pop up. So that's pretty cool. And the only thing about it is kind of the taste. You kind of gotta give it a couple pulls before the taste kicks in. You know. The native wicks, that shit is really good, but it's hard to work with in my view because it doesn't compress, so it's kind of hard to get into a smaller coil. But once it's in there, it's fucking beautiful, and it wicks great, and it doesn't burn. And it, like, you know, most other cottons will leave a real burn mark on it. This really doesn't. Drago Egyptian cotton, which for $6.99 you get a big bag of this shit. It's kind of hard to work with though. It's you know, it kind of pulls apart real easy, so you got to be careful with it. But it wicks really well. I mean, and also the rayon, the way it just feels, and the taste is on point with rayon. But it's also kind of on the Fiber Freaks level where it's hard to squish down. So I don't know. Like, I'm trying to like see which gives the best taste. Are they better than Japanese organic cotton? I mean, for the price, Japanese organic cotton is the best because you can get a ton of it for like $2. But you know,
How do you like the cotton bacon?
I love cotton bacon for the ease of use. It's just really easy to use. You know what I mean? As far as wicking and taste, I mean, it's I would say just about the same as Japanese organic cotton, but you're paying for the ease of use, how you can just peel it off, and you know it comes in strips. You know, that's what I like about the cotton bacon.
Yeah.
And I haven't
that's what I
tried
like about it too.
Vapor's Choice yet, but I've heard bad things about Vapor's Choice, like it's got chemicals. I don't know. I don't know.
Hank's just off on his own right now, doing his own thing. So.
Well, I'm actually on chat.
See, even Hank don't watch the show.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch up.
Let's see. I love cotton bacon. What else we got in chat? Any question, guys? Any question you got for us three nincompoops that we can answer? That's another thing I'm going to be doing. I'm going to make that a series because I had so much fun doing it. Was that question and answer video I put up? It was just fucking. I didn't get a ton of views, you know what I mean? But it's good to correspond with your core subscribers who watch you. You know, that's who viewed it, and it was fun. I had a ball doing it, so I'm going to make that a series. I'll keep doing that.
Yeah, I'm actually going to do a live show on Thursday night. It'll be probably 6:30 Mountain Time, and should be a good show. So I'll be doing a live kind of Q&A, and it was inspired by your show, Billy, so I was, yeah. We'll be doing the live show.
It's actually fun, you know. It was fun, and I tried to get to every question. I had to kind of edit out a few just for time constraints. I didn't want to post a fucking 45-minute video, you know. But maybe next time I will, so I can get there. I don't want to piss nobody off by not like I answered everybody's questions, but then I edited out a couple only because the questions were kind of close to ones I had already answered to, you know, so, I don't know.
Yeah. Mountain Time is 2 hours earlier than Eastern Time, so it's 9:20 right now.
9:20. Oh, it's 11:20 here. Okay. Which, all right, if you had to choose one RDA tank mod and mech mod, what would you pick?
The mech mod's easy. Mech mod is the mech ray. The rider's really good too, which I actually just reviewed last night, but didn't get a chance to post it yet. It's also by Unique Vapor Innovations, but the mech ray edges this one out slightly. I don't know what it is about the mech ray I like it so much, but yeah. The rider's really good too, though. But yeah, the mech ray is my mech mod for sure. RDA wise, I'm really liking the twists and messes right now. But part of that's just the coil build I have in there, and it's not my own. It's a store-bought one, the Fuse Clapton. Prior to that, it was definitely the Crown or the Royal Hunter. That's my favorite RDA. So it's either one of those are really good RDAs in my mind. And favorite regulated mod at the moment, Sigelli 150 temp control. I can't even justify why. I just love it so much. And then tank-wise, The TFV4 so far has been really good, but I've only had it for a few days, so barring nothing going wrong with it, it's probably going to stick to be my favorite tank. Now, of course, other tanks are on the way, and the Crown tank's a very close runner-up on that one too. But I think that right now the TFV4 is my favorite tank, and it's just because of my vaping style. My vaping style is hot, high temp, and it can handle it, and that's why I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would pick the Revolt RDA, my favorite. Either that or the Velocity Mini one. But no, probably this. This is my favorite. I love that thing. As for mech mod, I'd pick the Simple V2. Or I didn't get the new Simple Plus yet, which Vapor DNA has. But I just love a hybrid mech mod. You know, and the Skylodon's really nice, but I like the Simple V2. For tank, it might probably the Crown. I like the TFV4 too, but like I said, I think it's just it's a different. I don't know. I don't think I put it above some of them tanks. Like it's
Yeah,
kind of
it's its own category. It really is.
yeah, and it eats up juice like it's a monster. I mean, so it's not practical. So for that purpose, I would pick the Crown tank most likely. I think it just gives the best vape quality of any other tank out there. And what did I leave out? Mech mod. For mech mod, I might be same as you. It's Sigeli 150 because if it wasn't this, then I would pick the regular Sigeli 150. You know what I mean? This just has the added feature of temperature control. It's probably just as durable, and it feels good in the hand. It feels better than the regular Sigeli, and it takes 2 batteries. So I would pick that Crown tank. Yeah, the Revolt and the Simple V2. How about you, Hank?
I would say if I had to pick right now, my absolute favorite setup is the Sig 150 TC with my Nixon. I just fucking love this RDA. But this Royal Hunter Mini, I just got it the other day, and I mean, it's really good. So if I had to pick right now, it would probably be the Nixon, but I wouldn't be surprised if this would overtake it.
Right.
As far as tank goes, probably the TVF4. It's just got the best flavor out of a tank that I've gotten so far. But I could easily substitute it with the Crown, and it would be just fine. As far as mech mods go, I don't really know. I haven't used any newer mech mods. All of my older ones were all clones, so they hold up for a while, but usually something goes wrong with those. I'm actually getting a new mech mod tomorrow. It's pretty freaking nice. I used one already, and it's the production mech mod. So it's from Flawless. They make that production RDA, and they just came out with a mech mod to match it. And I used one for about an hour at a shop, and it was fucking awesome.
Is it hybrid?
I believe so. Honestly, I didn't take it apart to look because it had the RDA on it, and it was a nice setup. But anyway, this shop is selling it for $120, and you get the mech mod, the RDA, a sub-ohm cell battery, and 6 feet of flawless wire, which is a nichrome, for $120.
That's pretty good.
That's a damn good deal. I mean, I think the production RDA is like $90 itself, something like that. So.
I thought it was inexpensive, the production.
Well, you know what, it might be. I know Flawless is a little high usually with their stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean,
the
still,
it's almost just like the fucking tugboat, isn't it?
It's very similar. It's a little different, but yeah, I mean, that mod was really nice that hour that I used it. So once I pick it up and I use it for a while and I see how it actually performs, that one might be the mech mod that I would take.
Yeah.
How about RTA?
Probably the Goliath V2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't found one I like, to be honest. I'd like to try the Goliath though, because I know you guys have been talking about it. Since
I would take
it's a pretty good tank.
the RDTA from Aroma Miser. The I just love that thing, and I didn't get the 2 posts yet. It's on its way. So when it comes with the velocity posts, I really love the quality vape of that fucking RTA.
Yeah.
But it's yet to
Bo
see.
actually asked about cheap devices, and for mine, doesn't get much cheaper than this. $26 for a full setup, and it hits amazing. The iJust 2.
Yeah, Ego 1 Mini. Ego 1 Mega. That's another good stuff, in my opinion. A lot of people don't like and I know you wouldn't, Robbie, the Ego 1 Mega tank and the coils, because you're a high wattage, hot vape type guy. Me, I like it. I love the little rebuildable coils in it that you can do. I love that feature. I love the vape. Like that's what I picked for low price. The Wismec Venti holds 5.8 mils, but you can actually get 6.2 mils in there if you fill it to the very top. Takes the rebuildable coils. I love this fucking thing. I actually put my sticker on that too as well. I think it came out pretty good. Yeah, that'll be one of my low end guys.
Yeah.
You can get this for like $40, the whole setup.
Andy was talking about squonkers, and I'm not gonna lie, I would love a squonker, but the only issue for me is the only ones I found up here in Canada were way too expensive. They're $300 plus for a squonker, and I can't justify that kind of money on something that may or may not work very well. Because there's only one brand there too.
Somebody's asking about the sub-ohm cells. You're wasting your money, because watch Peg's video. I'm pretty sure they are just a LG HE2. I think that's what they are. They're just rewraps, and you can get them for like $5, $6, $7. So why would you buy a sub-ohm cell for fucking $15?
Right. But no, I was just talking about the sub-ohm cell because that's just what comes in that kit. It's funny because they're actually calling it a starter kit, so it's a MechMod RDA starter kit.
Fobroth 0236 said he sent me an email a while back about helping with your sponsor project. I don't know. If I didn't respond, I apologize. I don't know if I read it, or if not, I had a few comments, messages like that, and then it kind of went by the wayside. So send me another one. If I didn't get it, all right, I apologize. It's so hard to kind of keep up. As your channel grows, you get more and more emails, and and more and more comments. It's so hard to keep up with, especially being busy with work and the family. It's like, and I try, man. I really do try. I try to get back to everybody, but it's become so hard. Like, I don't have the time to just sit around by my computer all day. And then when I finally do, I get a couple hours. I try to answer everything, and then I try to do other things, and so it does get a little overwhelming, on top of testing products. And I had to tell a company yesterday to hold off on sending me something, because right now it's getting overwhelming to where I had things that I already had set up the review but I had to put them on hold to review something else. So it's like kind of little. I know, and I'm not complaining. Please, I don't want anybody to think I'm complaining, because I'm not. But I understand what Mikey and Brian were talking about, kind of, and I'm not even nowhere near where they're at. So it can only get a little more crazy. Trying to read the comments and just see if there's any more good questions in the comments. I haven't tried the iJust 2, Robbie. I have the coil, the iJust coils.
Yeah.
And not bad at all. I mean, I have the nickel coils, so I don't know about the regular ones.
The regular ones are awesome, but what's even cooler about the iJust is you can actually put a Magnus coil or an Atlantis coil in here as well.
Yeah.
Or anything else that fits in the Atlantis.
I get a lot of questions about what coils fit what tank, and I should put a video out for that. All I gotta say is it's pretty simple to know which tanks fit in which. If it looks like an Atlantis coil, it's going to fit in any tank that fits Atlantis coils. A lot of, I would say, fucking 70% of these tanks coming out fit the Atlantis coil. They come out with their own coils, but they're pretty much just an Atlantis shell. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
If like you got tanks like the Heracles and the Magnus, the Star Pro, they all fit Atlantis coils. They're even though they don't have the threading on the top, they're the same type of coils. If they're smaller, then obviously they're not going to fit. You know what I mean? This new tank that just came out that we got the K's landmark that takes the OBS coils. It's basically the OBS. It looks like the OBS tank.
Yeah.
It has the juice flow control just like the OBS. It holds 6 mils just like the OBS. Has the outer shell. I would say that they're manufactured by the same company, you know, and the coils are the same. So they interchange. And the RBA deck fits in here, and this RBA deck fits in the OBS. So you got a vertical and horizontal option if you have both. But yeah, you got it. The Arctic coils. The only other tank I know the Arctic coils fit is the square tank, the S King square tank. As far as the smoke is usually they only fit their own coils. Like you would think the matrix sticks inside the smoke, but they don't. They look exactly the same. You can tell they're made by the same manufacturer, but they do not fit each other. The matrix and the TVCT. And any company that's made by Joytech, like the Wismec, they take Joytech coils, the Eagle Omega coils. You just kind of got to look at the coil, you know, for anybody that's wondering that. Just look at the coil. If it looks like an Atlantis coil, it's probably going to fit in all those Atlantis style, you know, your Triton, your Atlantis, your fucking, you know, your Heracles, your Star, all this guy, the Silo Beast.
Yeah. That would be a good video, though. That's a good video to put out, is to matching coils with what tanks it can fit in. I like that idea.
What?
All right. Well, we've reached an hour and a half, so we've gone over what we normally do. Does anybody else want to get into anything before we head off?
Pretty good.
I mean, shit. I'm good unless anybody in the comments has anything else they would like to talk about or hear or see from us, or anything like that. I'm good. I'll be done and I'll go watch Ray Donovan. Oh, guys, anybody out there? If you like movies, I found a good website. It's called afdah.com, and it has every fucking new movie you want on there, and most of them are high def. In work when I'm at my watch desk, I've watched so many new movies lately, like Straight Outta Compton. I just watched that. Fucking, you know what I just watched, guys? Magic Mike 2. Yeah, no, but all the movies, Mad Max, Jurassic Park, all those new ones, man. So that's just throwing it out there to you guys. If anybody likes to watch movies, it's a good site. That's afdah.com.
Yeah, and if you haven't been following the comments, actually, Bo just had a really good question, and I think we should address Dirty for this one, because I've heard he has some experience with this. But what's the Rig V2 like? Dirty, if you want to chime in on that one, let us know. So I don't think we've heard much from that in the comments today, so I think that would be good to hear.
Fucking Fobroff just asked me if I'm from India.
I mean,
Hey,
that's
not
kind
from
of what I thought the first time I heard you talk too.
You motherfucker! You think I am from India? Go fuck yourself.
That was more Hispanic. It started Indian, but then it turned Hispanic at the end.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah. Dude, people ask me where in Europe I'm from and shit. Like, what? Is my accent that fucked up? Oh, man. I'll tell you. This is actually one night where I didn't have to be in a rush and shit. Like, I'm just chilling.
Chilling. I'll tell you what, you know, I love having guests on the show, but it's a little refreshing to just take it back to just us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just fucking, because, you know, Project F.O.G. F.O.G Friends on Google. Just fucking the three of us hanging out, chilling, and trying to entertain you fools. Which they're not very entertained because they've got their own conversation.
Yeah.
We need to just put up a show one day, and it's just like a blank paper over our screens or whatever, and then we'll just all partake in the chat. We'll go old school on a new show. We'll do it. We'll do an upcoming show that's old school, just pure chat.
Yeah, just a Project Fog chat room. That's all we
Just so we
need.
can feel like we're part of Project Fog too.
We'll make it really old school. We'll just take it to AOL.
Yeah.
Well, you know, my connection in India, I don't know how long it's going to last. My internet connection. You know what I mean? But India, dude, he couldn't have been serious, right? What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
India? Like, come on. India, of all places. A fucking little white Irish boy like me, you saying I'm from India? Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's funny. But, I don't know. Anybody else got anything else? Anything new and exciting? Or anything before we head off?
I don't have anything new and exciting.
Ooh, I got Addy Toon. He's making me a fucking hybrid. He's hooking me up with a. He makes like K-Funds and Russians, and he mods the shit out of them. I know he sent Mike one and Brian. He's hooking me up with one. He showed a picture, but it was covered. It's not Billy Joel, it's Billy Joe. He said Billy Joel from Green Day. Believe me, when I was in high school, that was my nickname, Billy Joe, and that's my name, William Joseph. Yeah, they used to call me Billy Joe from Green Day. And I had the hair, too. It's crazy. No, it's not racist. I wasn't pissed either about the comparison. I just don't think I look Indian.
Oh, man.
Michael J. Fox, Jesus.
This show's gone nowhere really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox, that's a first.
Oh, this is awesome.
I've had so many people call it. Through my life, I've had so many nicknames and Australian men. Yeah, I'm from fucking Australian. Man. Got a couple of wallabies behind me. It's the fucking vaping fucking bogan here. I would love to get that fucker on the show.
Yeah.
We gotta get fucking Bogan on the show. That is our homework for this week, to get Vapin Bogan to come on our show.
Does either of you talk to him?
No, I never talked to him.
All right.
In the
You got a
comments,
message.
but never really talked to him. I will send him a message though.
It would be
love
awesome to have him on the show.
This is almost turned into a Fagin show. Every time I see
Last week was pretty crazy. The show last week in the live comments, oh man, that was nuts.
Yeah, I got a few messages from people.
Did you?
Yeah, some people weren't very happy.
What did I miss? I've heard something. What the hell did I miss?
It basically turned into a Dirty Devo versus Mark Fagan, who can say the worst shit, and then Homebrewed, and I think Mike even kind of got in there. No, Mike was on with us, wasn't he?
He was on and off, I think, but it was Vapin, or Mark. It was Dirty. It was Homebrewed had a lot of good ones in there. Homebrewed probably cracked me up the most because it was unexpected of him.
Lethal Vapor, he wants to know how to be a reviewer of mods and stuff. Buy some mods and put a camera in front of your face. That's the only thing I can say. I mean, cameras, hold on. My thing's about to die, I gotta plug it in.
Yeah, just to echo what Billy said, if you want to be a reviewer, I mean, it's Yeah, it's basically all about just going out, buying some stuff. The newer stuff you can get, the better, and turn a camera on and just start shooting video. See what happens.
Be prepared to spend a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Anthony. Now I got Anthony Hopkins. I've heard that before too. I actually played Anthony Hopkins, Hannibal Lecter on in a Halloween thing because they were saying I look like him. I would like to eat your liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. Ma, meatloaf! Never know what she's doing back there. Juice. I had to, like, I've been having so much shit on my desk in front of me, like, that it got so crazy that I started doing my fucking download portions up at my kitchen table because I didn't feel like cleaning all this shit.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? I need to get, like, a bigger shelf, the bigger cabinet thing back here. Like,
I had that same issue with shit all over the desk, and I just kind of pushed it all into one corner, then turned my camera down. I was like, okay, that's just out of frame. We're good.
right now, it's kind of clean. Wait. It's kind of clean right now because I just cleaned it before the show. So,
Yeah.
But it's, as you can see, it's a lot of space. But now I got all my RDAs, not all of them, but most of them, sitting in the corner over there on this little fucking stand-up pad. So I don't know if that was a good move or not, because now it just takes up more room. Did you ever see fucking Daniel DJ LSB's fucking his desk? He did a tour of his room. That motherfucker, I don't know how the fuck he even concentrates. Just looking at it, I was like, grrr. He's got so much shit all over the place. So I got. Anybody want a sticker? I got stickers.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah.
Anybody in the comments? I'll give you a sticker, but you got to rock it, right? You can't. I'm not going to give you one if you're not going to rock it. So you got to have a dual box, you know, a dual 18650 or a Mechma or something that you can rock it with. No, I'm not in New York. I'm in Philadelphia. What else? Australians. I get New York and Boston. I think Philly's like a mix, like in the middle of New York and Boston, like accent-wise, it's weird.
Oh, we got some takers on the stickers.
That evil rocking on his cock. All right. Well, if you want a sticker, just message me on the my YouTube thing and with your address, and I'll try to get a sticker out to you. But you gotta rock it on something, all right? Like I want to see like a picture of it or something. And I got 4 colors: black, white, red, and green. So just put like what color you would want, and if I can work it out, I'll give it to you. Fucking, I want a Vapin Heathen tat on my cock. There you go.
I like the one below it better. West Philadelphia, born and raised.
No, South Philadelphia, born and raised. On the corner is where I spent most of my days.
All right, guys. I think it's time to cut this one off.
Yeah,
Hank's
that does it for tonight, I guess.
Pinch it off.
Hank's pinching us out. He's prematurely ejaculating.
Yep.
Maddie said, so Grim Green sent me. Somebody was like, uh-oh, Heathen Alliance versus Grim Army. He said, shit, there ain't a fucking battle there, bro.
Robbie, do you have anything you want to say before we head out of here?
Just thanking everyone once again for watching the show, and thanks, of course, to Billy and Hank for being on here and just having a good time again. I mean, these are probably my favorite time of the week is Project Fog, just because we get to hang out together and shoot the shit, read the comments. You guys in the chat are always entertaining, so thanks for making my Sunday night that much better.
Yeah.
Awesome. Billy, your turn.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for all the support. Keep an eye out for the 5,000 subscriber giveaway, and I will be pulling the giveaway for the X Cube tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but it'll be up tomorrow. So if you haven't entered that, you still have a little bit of time. And what else? Oh yeah, thank you, everybody. Just thank you for all the support and everything like that. Also, little shameless self-promotion. Go to vapinswag.com and check out. I got shirts there. It's non-profit. I don't make anything off it, so you want to pick up a cool. I just think they're cool looking, So if anybody likes that half the Star Wars fucking logo, half Jedi, half dark side, logo, go over, pick one up. Vapinswag.com, and yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching tonight. Thanks for sticking with us here to the end. This show is about twice as long as normal. And thank you, everybody, for putting up with my issues the first half of the show. I think I've got it figured out, at least for now. And I will do my very best to make sure that it's better next week. So don't know what I have to do, but I'm going to do something. So
No chat.
yeah, I guess. I'd like to figure out what the actual issue is, though, and get it resolved so that I can do it like I normally do. And I'm not usually the one that has the issues. It's normally Billy. But yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Oh, and we're at like 400 subs on this channel. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk with these guys. And we might have something special coming up soon.
Uh-oh.
But you need to be subscribed to do that. So.
Oh yeah, who won? Minuteman. Minuteman. If you're not subscribed, you're not getting the fucking.
He's actually already gone. He already left for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, I won. I'm out.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's blow one. Goodbye.
All right.
One. TFD4. Everybody got one?
Oh yeah.
Ready? Here we go.